it's 5:30. I think we're going to begin. All right, the meeting is called to order. This is Thursday, December 18th, 5:30 p.m. This is an open meeting, and notice has been given to the public at least 24 hours prior to the meeting by forwarding the complete agenda to the newspaper and all news media who have requested the same, as well as by posting. Copies of the complete agenda were available for inspection at the office of the city administrator. Can we do roll call, Nikki?
Lori Stenstrup. Here. Judge Cheryl Young.
Here.
Ellen Weber. Here. Marcia present.
Here.
Mike Warner, absent. Jeannie Young.
Here.
Carrie Hughes. Here.
Can I ask a question? I did not get the minutes for the meeting.
Oh. Check my copy.
Well, I don't want to take your own.
You can,
copy.
that's okay. We have extras.
So are you referring to the minutes from the October 30th?
No, for.
The agenda?
Agenda or the minutes.
The agenda.
She didn't get her
I
packet.
didn't get a packet.
Do you have an extra agenda? Otherwise, I'll share.
I don't have an extra.
Or I can run and get a copy really quick. I can make a copy.
Marcia, you can have mine. I'll just look at mine.
Thanks. Okay.
All right.
Oh, that's the minute. Thank you, Dee.
You bet.
Okay, this is the agenda that goes with the minutes. Those from last week.
No, I think I have those.
Right? No, that's something else.
I don't think I have that.
Okay.
Now we're set.
I didn't get anything in mail.
Okay.
So before we get going, I have something to say. Which may prove this meeting void. I spoke with Maria, the lead attorney at the League of Municipalities, several times since our last meeting. There's no ordinance, nor is there a statute in the state of Wisconsin indicating or stating that an individual who is the topic of a closed session is forbidden to bring information out into the open from said closed session. Thereby, Casey bringing out the issues and statements from the closed session, it's okay. Because there is no such statute or ordinance.
Okay, so you're saying, if I understand correctly, that one of the two probable causes was that Casey made a statement from a closed session hearing. You're saying the League of Municipalities indicated that that's not, there's no law or any case
Correct.
law or statute which would prohibit an open statement.
Correct.
Okay, that is only one of the two.
Okay, well, I want
Issues.
to bring that,
Okay,
okay?
okay,
So, we move along.
okay. Any further comments on that? Okay, just make note that Carrie had mentioned that in minutes, please. Okay, so our next item then is a motion on the approval of the agenda. Marcia, do you need a minute to review the agenda?
Probably not. It'll take me longer than.
Okay, then can I have a motion to approve the agenda for tonight's meeting? Helen Weber moves, any second?
I'll second.
Okay, Jeannie seconds, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, agenda so approved. Next item is the approval of the minutes from October 30th, 2025. Marcia, did you need a minute to review those minutes?
Probably not.
Okay, then could I have a motion to approve those minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as
I'll second.
Carrie seconds. Any objection? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? So moved. Okay, the next item is to discuss the hearing that we are going to be holding tonight. This will be an open hearing. The outline of the hearing is in the agenda, but I will just review it briefly. Both parties will be allowed to provide a brief factual summary, which is limited to 5 minutes in length each. After that summary, then both parties are going to be given the opportunity to present testimony, introduce evidence, and call witnesses. We'll start with the complainant. Then a cross-examination of any witness will be allowed by the respondent. A redirect or an additional opportunity to question the witnesses will be allowed by the complainant. And then a recross by the respondent will also be allowed. Then it will be flipped and the respondent will be allowed to call any witnesses or provide any testimony. The complainant will be offered the opportunity to question any witnesses. There will be one additional opportunity to cross-examine by the complainant. Both sides can provide a brief closing, again, each limited to 5 minutes. At that time, the board will go into closed session to make a deliberation. The board has the right to not make a decision tonight, but to issue their decision in writing within 10 days from the hearing, although depending on the situation, a decision may be made tonight. A few other items I wanted to address. Before we begin, I want both the complainant and the respondent to be aware that they are entitled to an attorney. So if you want to, either one of you want to request a postponement to give you additional time to be represented by counsel, we will take that as a committee under advisement. The board is not bound by common law or rules of evidence. The board is bound by the rules and the procedures as well as the ordinance and any statutorily required rules of evidence. Anything that is presented that does not have probative value, is immaterial or irrelevant or unduly repetitious will be cut off and will not be taken under advisement or allowed. One final thing is the 2 issues that we are discussing, the 2 issues, I just want to reiterate that probable cause was found, was in the complainant's paragraph number 2, part 2, concerning, and I'll read it verbatim, the member, he has also been found following a member to their home while his video was running. Again, an invasion of privacy. That member has since installed a dash camera for protection because he slams on his brakes when he is in front of her for no reason and also does this to her husband. His behavior is now getting to the point where someone is going to get injured. That was one cause. The second cause that was determined on August 30th was that the respondent in paragraph 3 of his complaint quoted some information from a closed session, to which Carrie just indicated that in her opinion and the opinion of the League of Municipality, a statement made from closed session, there's no law prohibiting that. So that will be something that all parties are privy to, and we will have to address that as a committee then when we're in closed session. Okay? So that is the statement on the issues. Does anybody have anything further, or we can make a motion to begin the hearing? Attorney Calvert, is there anything further you think we need to address before we begin?
Not at this time.
Okay, anything further from the committee? All right, then we will start with the complainant. And I guess I'm thinking out loud here, but we can just do it informally all at the table here. We don't need to hold this like a formal hearing. Is everybody okay with that? Can everybody hear? Okay, then Daryl, you can begin by,
Sorry for my turn.
Mike, we just reviewed the rules that we're going to be following this evening for the hearing. Did you have an opportunity to review those before?
Yes.
Okay, so are you okay if we begin? Thank you. Okay, Daryl, then you can start by making a brief 5-minute summary. In the court world, it would be considered like an opening statement. So you can just make a summary. Please keep your summary to the 2 issues that we're here to discuss.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, for the, I guess the main one is following the council member around. I talked to her, I asked her to file a complaint, number one, and she was afraid to, because of what retaliation there might be. So being that I'm the president of the council, I thought that it would be my place to get this under control. I don't think that, anything should be, first of all, I wanna make it very clear, I'm not filing this because of anything that's with me, I'm doing this for my council members, okay? I don't have anything against this man, there's no problem there, but I don't think what he's doing is right. So I'm trying to protect my council members as well. I guess that was my biggest issue when they slamming on the brakes and doing it to her husband. Things seemed to be escalating from what it started till it got to that part. And before somebody did get hurt, it needed to be stopped. And that was my feelings, that's it.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead, Casey.
Factual summaries, I guess, and doing my looking into this or whatever. This allegedly occurred is 18 months ago. There's no proof that it happened. I was not an employee of the city. I was not an elected official of the city. I was just a citizen. And in my speaking with lawyers and whatnot, an ethics committee really can't come after a private citizen. I was not on the council. I was not a member, or receiving a paycheck from the city. I was just a citizen. And if it was such a big deal and she was in fear for her life, she should have called the police, and it should be a police matter. Not something that's brought up 18 months later in an ethics committee, because when the alleged infraction occurred, I was not employed by the city. That's just fact. So you really don't have any jurisdiction over me for this complaint. The second complaint, it certainly happened. I was threatened in closed session by Daryl. So if we're talking about, the safety of, the council members, I was threatened by Daryl Anderson, and I have other council members who can back that up. So that's where I'm at. I wasn't an employee of the city, so therefore this ethics committee, I feel, has no business dealing with this issue. She should have called the cops, and it should have been handled like that. So that's where I would like to start this out.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we will start then, item number 3, the presentation of testimony. Daryl, do you plan to call any witnesses?
No,
Okay, do you want to testify on your own behalf?
yeah, I've got things that we can go over here.
Okay, then I'm going to swear you in, and then just please understand, again, keep your statements to within
Mhm.
the circle of what we're talking about here. And everything that you say, every statement you will make, and Casey will have the opportunity to cross-examine you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so if you just wanna raise your right hand, please? Not on the testimony portion of it, okay. Thank you. Do you swear that the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, please state your name, I guess, for the record.
Daryl Anderson.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
Okay, I guess we'll go right down what the response was here. In paragraph 2, where he was talking about the council members being a walking council, a walking quorum, Ronnie Dahl just owns the property, so.
Okay, are you referring to paragraph 2 of Casey's response?
Yes.
Okay, all right, go ahead, thank you.
Ronnie Dahl he is a council member, but he just owns the property. It doesn't mean that he's there, number one. And number two, when we were all sitting in there, none of us were even sitting together.
Okay, Daryl, I just want to remind you though, there's no probable cause of this issue, so you don't even have to address this issue. The only issues that we're gonna talk about is the allegation you made about slamming on the brakes and the safety of a fellow council member, and then the statement made in closed session, if you wanted to address that. Those are the only 2 items that
Okay.
we'll take testimony on this evening.
The statement that was made in closed session, I mean, we're gonna talk about that, is that,
You can do it in either order.
I did say to him, someday someone's going to make you eat that camera. I didn't say it was me. There are people out there that don't like that, and there's people out there that don't care what they do. First of all, I'm 71 years old, I'm not going out looking for a fight. I just made a statement that, to try to get him to understand that if he keeps doing this to other people, somebody is not going to like it very much and could retaliate. That's all it was meant for. I didn't threaten him. Let's see, we get to the. So all of this stuff that's in these other paragraphs, nothing's relevant.
Correct. We had previously made the determination that there was not probable cause that an ethics violation had occurred.
Okay, when I was told about this, following her home, and then slamming on her brakes, the brakes in front of them, both her and her husband, in fact. The council member had to put a dash camera in her car because she was afraid that if she couldn't stop one day and did hit him, she would be in some big trouble, and she needed some way to have some evidence of what was going on. I seen that it was escalating. No one should be trying to cause an accident or trying to injure anybody. I mean, that's just not right. And then, I guess, when he came into the bar that night, he started yelling at council member right away. So that's when I said, enough is enough. You know, this is our private time, this is time off the city. We don't need to be recorded, we don't need none of this stuff. And it turned into, you know, somewhat of an argument, and then he left. But I just don't wanna see it go any further. I don't wanna see it get to where somebody does get hurt. I mean, everybody watches the news. Things start out small, end up big. And that's what I'm trying to stop here. It's not on my behalf. And I'm doing it for the people that sit here.
Thank you. Anything further?
Nope.
Casey, did you have any questions? And please keep your cross-examination just to the information that Daryl just presented, okay? Thank you, okay.
So when did this occur?
I can't give you the exact date.
When did I allegedly brake check Lori and or her husband?
Can't give you the exact date.
Can you tell me where that happened?
Main Street.
Could it be safe to say that if it did occur, you really can't get brake checked without tailgating?
No, that's not safe to say.
Yeah, it is.
Where, what was I driving when this allegedly occurred?
Couldn't tell you, probably your car.
What road did we drive down? How did we, tell me what happened that day when I allegedly followed her?
I can tell you
most detail.
exactly, you know, what I was told. I wasn't riding in the car with, her or her
I
husband.
need you to be quiet.
I was told this was happening, and this is why I got to where it is today.
How many times did this occur?
At least 2, maybe 3 times.
That I allegedly followed her home 2 or 3 times?
You know, we're talking about brake checks.
I don't know, I'm asking about everything here, so you're claiming that I allegedly brake checked her 2 or 3 times, or her husband,
Mm-hmm.
but you can't tell me when it happened, or exactly where it happened. You
I
can't
said
tell
Main
me
Street.
how I followed her home, or what road we went down, or where which house did we go to? Where does Lori live?
I don't believe you were going to anybody's house. It happened out here on Main Street.
No, when I allegedly followed Lori home, where did I follow her to?
I believe your second residence.
Her primary residence? Where is that?
Primary,
Yeah, her primary residence, where is that, please?
would be Washington Street, as far as I know,
What's the address?
609.
Well, I can tell you she doesn't live there, because I live across the street from there, and, you know, she doesn't live there, you know that, Daryl. Everybody
Okay, but
knows
we're
that.
not, the
Well, I'm just
residence
trying-
isn't an issue, we're
Well,
just,
but it is, because it's where we went to.
Where
If
you were
I
driving
allegedly
to,
followed
okay.
her, you know, where did I allegedly follow you to?
Follow
Where,
me.
no, where did I follow her to?
I believe it was to her second residence.
Which is,
Let's see, Double N?
okay. Where did you get the information that, I had, that I videotaped that, this allegedly followed her home?
I got it from her and her husband.
So far, your complaint against me is all hearsay from someone told you, but that person has no proof that it happened, can't give me a date that it happened, can't give me any proof that it happened. Does that all sound right so far?
I didn't keep track of dates. All I kept track of is what these people told me.
What was my
They
position?
have no reason to lie to me about this. And I have no reason to lie here about this.
let's, questions and answers, please, let's stop with the narratives.
What was my position with the city when this occurred?
Okay, I don't think, so Daryl didn't mention your position with the city. That's something you can bring up when you testify. Right now, you're just cross-examining Daryl on the statements that he already made. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll save that for later.
thank you.
Well, I guess that's all I have. Thank you.
Okay. Anything further, Daryl?
No.
Okay. Any other witnesses, any other evidence, documentation? Okay, all right.
Can I just say something?
Well, you'll have an opportunity to make a closing statement at the
Okay.
end, after Casey's done, is that okay?
That's fine.
All right, then Casey, do you have any witnesses? Any evidence that you wanna submit, written evidence, or do you just wanna do you wanna testify on your own behalf?
I'll just testify on my own behalf.
Okay, then can you please raise your right hand?
Absolutely.
Do you swear that the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Then now just, again, any statement you make, Daryl will have the right to cross-examine you, okay?
Absolutely.
Wonderful, go ahead, please.
What, I go ahead?
Yep,
What
go
am I-
ahead.
I'm sorry, what am I supposed to do right now?
You can talk, you can make a statement, you can say anything that you wanna say right now,
Okay,
pertaining to the two issues at
Oh,
hand.
okay.
Okay,
I guess I don't have any much really to say.
Okay.
You've heard me question Daryl, and now we all kind of know the facts, you know, what he knows and what I know, what my position was with the city when this occurred, which I wasn't with the city, so I feel like the ethics committee looking at this is not the road that this issue should be going down. If she was in fear for life, you know, that she should have called the police. Daryl's claim that he is doing this to look out for his council members, and in the same breath, a thinly veiled threat to me, but a threat to me. And I assure you, if it would have went the other way around, we'd be having a bigger discussion about it. So I'm just trying to show the character of the complainant. You know, that over here he's like, I'm watching out for you, but over here, you know, some days someone's gonna make you eat that camera. And I don't know how else you would take that, you know, if someone said that to you to your face, as that not being a threat of violence. So, like Carrie had mentioned, there were no ordinances or laws broken for the second complaint. And I think the first complaint is null and void because I'm not an employee of the city when this occurred almost 18 months ago.
can I get some clarification on that, just so I understand what your position is? Are you saying that you weren't an employee of the city because you weren't acting as a council member at the time of the alleged incident? Or are you saying you're not an employee, period, that you are a council member? Do you
I'm not.
do you understand the question?
I wasn't a council member, I wasn't an elected official. I was here in a meeting as the public observing a public works meeting.
Okay,
So I was not by any means an employee or an elected official of the city. And when I look through the ordinances regarding ethics and ethics complaints, it is all referring to employees and elected officials. And at no point does it say in there that a private citizen can be brought forth before the ethics committee and be, you know, have allegations charged against them. That's super unnormal. You know, I mean, now I am a councilman and have been since April, but when this allegedly occurred, I was just a citizen, a resident of the city of Oconto. So I feel like this is all kind of a waste of time, you know, because when this happened, I was just a guy, you know, out here, and not an employee, and not under the thumb or obligated to follow the rules of the city or the ordinances set aside for employees and elected officials of the city. And I think that starts and stops this issue right there. So, unless you know, that's all I really gotta say in my behalf. That it'd be super unusual for you to be mad at someone out on the street and drag him in here and, you know, give him the rundown. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
okay, thank you. Daryl, did you have any questions for Casey concerning what he said this evening?
No. No, I have no questions because, I mean, this is, I think the complaint should stand for itself. no reason for me to come in here with a complaint and sit and lie to you people. Things have not been right, and I wanna try to get them right. That's all I'm trying to do.
Okay. Would you, now is the opportunity where you can make any further closing statement if you'd like. Is there anything further you'd like to say at this time?
No, I think what I've said is, should make a lot of sense. I mean, we've got a great council. We just need to get a little fine tuning done and stop aggravating other people. And this is where I wanna go with this. I've been with the city for 10+ years, 4 mayors I've been through. Always asked to come back in some capacity or other. And I'm the voted council president. So I'm just trying to make things right here for the city. We don't need a bunch of argument. So, yeah.
Thank you, Darryl. Casey, any further statements?
Is this a
Final
closing?
statements? This is your closing statement.
Okay. My role on the council, and on the Parks and Rec Committee, I have not been belligerent in meetings or aggressive or confrontational in meetings. My work in the Parks Department, out in City Park, you know, I think shows my commitment to my position here with the city. So to say that we need fine tuning up here or anything, I think is unnecessary, because I think we got through the budget together. You know, we get through these issues together, and I'm not up here causing problems during council. That's for sure. Where's it going with this? Sorry, let me just get my thoughts together here.
Sure.
I guess in closing, you know, like I said before, I feel like this is kind of a giant waste of time, given the facts, which are, you know, they don't know when it happened, how it happened, where it happened. I was an employee of the city. When I did act on the walking quorum, that was a tip from a citizen, and I was doing my civic duty. Because when you see 4 councilmen in a building owned by a 5th, it's gonna raise a little red flag, maybe it should get checked out. I didn't go in there aggressively or angrily. I didn't make it 2 feet in the door, and I was there for about 30 seconds. That's all I have to say. I hope that you guys take the facts and look at this with an open mind, and do what you think is the right thing, given the information that you all have. Thank you.
Okay, that concludes the hearing portion of this meeting this evening. So I would like to have someone make a motion to convene into closed session, so we can. Did you want to say one other thing? You have 2 minutes.
I feel as if Lori being part of this complaining, that she should not be, she should excuse herself from closed session, you know, because she cannot give you an unbiased opinion, or she should abstain from voting, or whatever the process is, what happens in closed session, I do not know. But her being a part of the complaint, she should be excused from closed session while you guys discuss this, because she shouldn't have sway or input into your decision, because she is part of this. So that's all I have to say on that also. Thank you.
Okay. Now we're done?
Now we're done. Sorry.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, now I would like somebody to make a motion so we can. Okay, Michael
I'll
motion. Marcia will second. Okay, then we will ask everyone to leave, please. It is, for the record, 6:05. Okay.
Better late than never.
Reconvene into open session. Motion made by Mike Bonner and seconded by Gary. Okay. So, after, our deliberation, we decided, first of all, we addressed the second issue first about, speaking in closed, or reiterating information that was spoken in closed section. The, committee took a vote, and we did not reach the 3/4 majority, so therefore it has to be determined that no ethical violation occurred. However, the committee does want to emphasize that even though we did not find by vote that a violation occurred, that does not in any way, shape, or form mean that anything ever said in closed session should be reiterated out in public at any time. That's not what we're determining here. And number 2, the part about paragraph 2 in Daryl's complaint concerning the driving, in part because Casey was not a council member at that time, we feel that we cannot address whether an ethical violation occurred because Casey was a citizen and not an employee or a council member at that time. So therefore, on both paragraphs, we find that no ethical violations occurred. And I think that is it then. So I believe with nothing further to be said, it is 6:44 p.m. May I please have a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion that we adjourn.
Any second?
I'll second.
Any objection? All right, we are adjourned. Happy holidays.
Thank you, guys.
Merry Christmas. Now we have to say happy